Hey over there, Joe Lunchbox.
And Joy Nightingale.
And today we have landed right here, doing something a little different, at Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area here in Nevada. We've been spending a few days out on the Vegas Strip, doing that whole thing, and we figured, let's get away from that noise pollution, all that stuff. Let's go to the middle of nothingness. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know the history of what formed the Red Rock Mountains and all those type of things. We're not here for history lesson. We're here for beautiful sights and a nice morning drive. And I mean, when it comes to beautiful sights, just look at these mountains. Oh, yeah. Gotta go over our cattle guard first. Oh, yeah. I'm starting to learn when you look at this that I do like the desert. I like the mountains out west. This is so beautiful for me. This is when I was a kid, I remember going like up to the Catskill Mountains and I was like, that's not what mountains look like from photos. In my head, this is what mountains look like. Do not feed wild horses and burros, but I hope we get to see some. Figured any good, you go to a national park or national conservatory or any cool outdoory thing, you want to learn a little bit before you go. See what you're experiencing. Always stop at the visitor centers. Because I'm like, yeah, pretty mountains. Really beautiful mountains, actually. But let's learn a little bit about what we're going to see. Like it if you bring your bike here, they actually have a fix-it station if you need more air in your tire or some tools. And you can lock it up before you go in. Earth, fire, air, the Mojave Desert. Welcome to Red Rock Canyon and the Mojave Desert. See, we are near Red Rock, the white, over here. Last time me and Joy were in the Mojave Desert, it was more like over here near Barstow and those areas. Red Rock Canyon.
People here.
It's really cool. You don't really see bald eagle taxidermy because of the laws of being our national bird. But I like it. I didn't know that. Take a look at it. 36 years in captivity, almost as long as me.
Oh. Searching.
Green.
Yes, the southwest. Those big yellow cameras just destroyed the industry. They still have.
Got the first stamp going.
Learning about the Sandstone Quarries here. Right on down. One of my favorite, the golden eagle. Joy, you know I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
And you went after me. Does that make you a cougar? Now today we're just doing the scenic drive, but there are some beautiful hiking trails up in here, and some of the best rock climbing in the country you can find here in Red Rock. Remember, no petting or feeding the tortoises. Learning about the different plants we have here. These coyotes, they have to stop the smoking. They got us to it. This coyote tobacco. There's some of the stuff that I love. The ancient seas. Shallow marine seas flooded and abetted over southern Nevada numerous times in the distant geological past. Between 260 and 540 million years ago, the region was almost perpetually covered with warm, shallow tropical seas that advanced from the west. That's why resulted in limestone and shale layers thousands of feet thick that form the gray cliffs you now see looming over the red sandstone cliffs. And you can actually find some fossils of like stuff like coral and sponge. Tortoises hole up to avoid heat, cold, and drought. I'm hoping to see one of these, Joy. Gila monster. It's funny. Usually I prepare well and I'm like, oh, we're in the desert. I know it's January, but we've been having 67-degree day weather. Go to Red Rock. I'm fine in a t-shirt and shorts.
Nope.
No, we went into the visit center, went to the gift shop. I bought myself a sweet new hoodie because it was cold in there. We're also going to try prickly pear licorice. The guy in there wanted us, he didn't like it. I actually like it. Always be prepared, people. We brought water. Even though it's cold now, you still get dehydrated. But I couldn't imagine coming here when it was over 100 degrees. Make sure you bring all the water.
That's
All right.
very nice.
Ready to start this drive?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Dip. I hope it's fun. No shooting. Does that mean I can't film? No. I think they mean shotguns. I can see how this spot's good for rock climbing. That is some bouldering right there. Wow. Sand dunes frozen in time. The area known as Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area once was quite different from the way it looks today. Once a sea covered the area from the southern Nevada to the Colorado Plateau. Over time, the sea receded and the Earth's crust pushed upward to form the mountains. In the geologic time period known as the Jurassic, about 180 million years ago, the region dried out and plants and wildlife became sparse. It's crazy because then there was dunes that formed. And then crossbeds. Sand dunes are constantly being rebuilt. Blowing wind moved the sand grains around as they constantly shifted direction back and forth. Old dunes would diminish and new ones would be built up. As sand blew off the top of one dune and landed on another one nearby in the process, tracts of sands were left behind and piled up into crossbeds. Today, these are seen as the curved or angled lines in the hills. That is really cool.
That is. That's amazing.
And it says the sandstone, eventually the layers laid down by the moving sand were buried by other sediment, such as calcium carbonate left behind by ancient sea creatures. The elements responsible for the reddish color in the rock is iron, which was leached out of the surface of the rock formation and became oxidized from exposure there. That's why these are also called the calico areas. When you zoom in, you really see the layers, how the wind blew the sand to form it. I just love the colors of it. Oh. So the next spot we're stopping at is the Sandstone Quarry near the calico tanks. I do love when you can see the different layers. Look at the color difference between these two areas on this rock.
This is definitely so defined.
Think about it, Joy. I don't know where that trail goes, but like it could be the top of that mountain 2.3 miles away. That would
is
be
true.
difficult.
That would be difficult.
Like, we've done stuff like that in Mount Washington and stuff, but like it reminds me of something out of Star Trek, when the original series. I see Captain Kirk coming over there, some alien guy shooting him with a laser gun or something.
Oh, yeah. It definitely.
Set tasers to stun. funny. I was expecting, because we're in the desert, I'd only be seeing cactuses and like little stuff like that, like really earthy plants. I was not expecting to see evergreens with pine cones. That's cool. And look how red the bark is on this tree or bush.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's really beautiful stuff out here.
It's forever Christmas.
You gotta take your time and take all those little things in, and be careful of creepy crawlers. Be aware of your surroundings. There are some snakes here, scorpions, poisonous spiders. But don't let them stop you from coming. So we made it down to the Rockstone Quarry. The Sandstone Rock Quarry. It actually was, in 1905, the Excelsior Stone Quarry began operations here. One of the first early industries in Las Vegas. And you can see they left some sandstone blocks here. They say each one of these weighs around 10 tons. That's 20,000 pounds. Enjoy. You want to see where they cut them from? Should we go check that out?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go check that out. You see how they just cut them right out of the wall? I like the quarry because you actually see the different layers, how they were saying, how the wind blew the sandstone. So busy, we're hiding in the quiet quarry. I don't understand. There's all these people here hiking, and they're talking about wild burros and all these beautiful animals. I'm going to tell you all a secret. When you come to pretty wild areas, if you want to see the cool animals, you don't sound like a city block walking through the woods or the desert. You be quiet so the animals aren't afraid. That's why we're here. We hear birds singing and all this pretty stuff. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's very few spots that leave me at loss for words, but this is something. Tortoise crossing. We know those tortoises, they cross slow. Mustang's curves. So we just stopped the car for our third time. We're at the, what is it, High Point area?
Yep.
It is the highest point on this 13-mile loop road. And we're at 4,771 feet. You can see there's a lot of things higher than us. We're just not driving any higher than that.
No, this is the high point of this place. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is snow on that mountain top. Right there. I do not want to be there.
About to do a little of this Willow Springs loop, but I found something, Joy. I've been looking for it. It's dung. But the question is, whose dung is it?
Sure it's not dog?
I think it's dog. I'm saying bobcat. Looks like bobcat. We found Willow Creek.
Lost Creek. Was it Lost Creek?
Lost Creek on the Willow something trail.
It's
We
lost.
found Lost Creek. It is lost. Oh, we found it. We just haven't found the water that goes in it.
Yep, nope.
So, Joe, we're just going up to that peak today, right?
Holy.
Yeah?
No.
No? Joy came prepared to say, no, I can't go up there because I don't have the proper gear.
Oh no.
See? She was prepared to say no. It's a nice trail. Like, some of the trails are difficult. This one is 1.1 mile loop trail. It's good if you have kids, family, want to do a little hike. Get off just a driven road path.
Stretch your legs.
Stretch your legs by using your legs. I hear something moving. I can't see what it is. Look how excited Joy is. We made it all the way to the waterfall. There it is. It's probably more epic in the spring when they had snow and the snow melted on top of the mountains, but we found the waterfall. Hike. It's almost over. We're almost back to the car. I'm glad we went to see the waterfall.
No, I am. I just wish I was more
Prepared.
Yeah.
It's the only problem with flying places. Hiking boots weigh a lot and they really weigh down luggage, and we left them all behind. We knew this was just a little taste of Red Rock. Never been here, and my, what a good taste it is. We wanted to show you the Red Rock Wash, but it was too full of parking. Let's hope. It looks like there's some parking spots here. Good. Let's hope. It gets busy later in the day here. We got here, right? 8 a.m. Visit center open. No, it's filling up. One last stop before we finish our time here at Red Rock National Conservation Area. I think that's the name of it. It's Red Rock. It's some national thing. It's not a national park, not a national forest. Nothing but trees. National Conservation Area. Sounds good to me. But one last stop for one last view. We're at Pine Creek Canyon. I mean, it's a good spot to end the time here in Red Rock. All right, I think that's it for today, Joy. What do you think?
I think so.
This was our last stop we were making on the loop. It has a bunch of stops. We stopped at a bunch. We showed you some. There was others parking was too full, or we just stopped a mile back. We're like, it looks the same view. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Had to get our last photos together because, you know what? I always listen to Simon and Garfunkel. Once we're out of here, preserve the memories. They're all that's left to me. And I don't want that all to be left to me, but sadly, once you leave, It is. I got a hoodie though, so I guess I got that to walk away with too. But Joy, I think we could call it. What do you say?
So. Definitely.
Red Rock here out in Nevada. Been there, done that. Remember, folks, safe travels
Goodies.
and live life. I've been looking for it. It's dung. But the question is, whose dung is it?
Sure it's not dog.
I think it's dog.